This is Valley News Live at 6.
In a rare occurrence, a winter storm dumped 2 inches of snow just north of Tucson, Arizona. The same winter storm is making its way north and is headed straight toward the valley. Let's check in now with Nathan in our No Wait weather planner for the latest. Nathan, how's the weekend going to look?
Yeah, it's going to look snowy, slippery. These roads are going to be smothered and covered as we go through the weekend, and that's why we have this winter storm warning in effect for our entire area except the Devil's Lake Basin. This winter storm warning going until Monday morning means those impacts will be heavily felt during the warning time, or basically Saturday morning through the day, Sunday into Monday morning. If you're out and about making your plans now or just enjoying your Friday evening, temperatures in the teens to low 20s across the board, with 14 right now in Grand Forks, 19 at this hour in Fargo. So a bit of a breeze out there, also making for things to be a bit on the wind and chilly side for our Friday evening. Clear skies are the rule of order here across the Red River Valley, but just to the south, just south of the I-90 corridor, seeing some clouds work in as well, and that is associated with this low pressure system, which, as Andrea just mentioned, dropped some snowfall in California, Arizona, and New Mexico at this hour. And that is moving toward us, and it will move through Minneapolis through the weekend, and we'll be on the snowy and windy side of the system, and it could make for some dicey conditions that, Andrea, we will talk about in much more detail coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right. Thanks, Nathan.
Yeah.
We've already checked all the snow gates, make sure if we have to close the highway, if it gets that bad, we'll be ready for it.
State and local road crews are cutting their Christmas vacations short because of the weekend's impending storm. They're getting the trucks and plows ready, and there's a lot of cars expected on the highways as people return home from the holiday break. Valley News Team's Joshua Pagera tells us what road crews are planning for this weekend.
Kent Leisring of North Dakota Department of Transportation is having all the big equipment on standby.
4 in this district, 4 tow plows.
Around 45 people will be working in anticipation of the impending snowstorm.
Also got the underbody blade, which has pressure on it for cutting ice.
The DOT will be plowing state highways on 14-hour shifts.
The main challenge is going to be the wind, of course. You know, when you start getting that much snow with that much wind, that's when you start getting blocked underpasses, sheltered areas, the bigger drifts.
One thing the North Dakota Department of Transportation wanted to stress is that you see their snow plows on the highway to please give them room and slow down. As for the city of Fargo, employees are on a 24-hour shift and their work has already started.
So we'll be doing some anti-icing tonight, and they'll be out overnight with our trucks and doing some of that, just so try and prevent some of the bonding of that snow that's coming on the street.
The focus for city plows are the primary roads such as 52nd Avenue, 13th Avenue, University Drive, 25th Street, and Main Avenue. And they're asking for patience in getting to residential areas.
At a certain point, we'll have to start going down residentials anyways, just to try and, kind of cut a lane through there first. It might not be pretty, but we'll be down there, just so it opens it up for people that do need to get out.
City crews say you can help plows move faster by not parking along city streets if possible. In Fargo, Joshua Pagero, Valley News Live.
Xcel Energy says they're also gearing up their crews who will work to get the lights back on if customers lose power during the storm. And with the winter storm threatening the area, weekend driving will be dangerous, maybe even impossible at times. Towing companies are expected to be swamped. One tow truck driver we spoke with said to get the basics in your car now. That includes a shovel, boots, and gloves. He says you're better off without the kitty litter and car mats.
Here, if you go in the ditch, even tonight, there's about, half a foot in the ditch. So you're almost automatically stuck. Carry a bag of salt too in your trunk, and you can sprinkle that on your tires after you've shoveled, and sometimes that'll help you get out.
For more tips on winter survival, you can head to our website, valleynewslive.com, and make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. All you have to do is search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free. Bemidji police are asking for your help finding a 16-year-old named Daryl Reynolds Couture. He was last seen voluntarily leaving the Country Inn & Suites Hotel on Christmas Day around 2 p.m. He is approximately 6'2", 170 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair. He was last seen wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and black Nike shoes. His family believes he may have traveled to the Cloquet-Duluth area, but they don't know for sure, and he may still be in the Bemidji area. If you have any information on his whereabouts, call Bemidji Police at this phone number, 218-333-9111. A Bemidji teenager has been charged with multiple felonies after allegedly committing an armed robbery. 19-year-old Carlito Miguel Kingbird is accused of using a 12-gauge Benelli shotgun to take more than $1,000 from the Lakes Market in Beltrami County, according to court documents. Kingbird still hasn't been arrested and is wanted for aggravated robbery, burglary, and 2 theft charges. On December 16th, police say Kingbird pointed a gun at the clerk and then drove off in a white Honda Accord. The 2 suspects who ran out of the store ended up ditching the vehicle. They eventually stole an older model Chevy Venture van from a home along the 2000 block of Scorpio Lane, according to court documents. Inside the vehicle, deputies found the suspected weapon. The other suspect, Brian Donovan White Jr., was arrested by Bemidji police on December 17th, and he's accused of assisting Kingbird in the armed robbery. A Minnesota man is facing several charges after allegedly threatening to kill deputies. Corey Olson, 33 years old, of Baudette, was arrested for threats of violence, obstruction of legal process, and disorderly conduct. Olson was reportedly stumbling on a bridge, sticking up his middle finger and yelling at a Lake of the Woods County deputy on December 21st. Deputies said Olson was intoxicated and used a variety of vulgar terms while talking to law enforcement. Olson yelled at the deputy to tase him and then hit the deputy's squad car, but was not arrested. Nearly 2 hours later, they found Olson at a bar where he was screaming obscenities. He was placed under arrest after a great deal of resistance, according to police. It's time for a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say 30-year-old Pavel Boyce is wanted for a probation violation on a drug possession charge. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on him. There's new information today on a Minnesota boy who was critically injured in a corn silo accident that killed his father and uncle. Family members are now preparing for the death of 12-year-old Alex Bozel of Millerville. His Caring Bridge page says the child's giving legacy will live on through organ donation. Alex's father and uncle, Kurt and Steve Bozel, died last weekend after inhaling gas from high-moisture corn that was stored in the silo. Kurt and Alex first passed out from the fumes, and then Steve tried to come to their rescue. The Bozel brothers were both volunteer firefighters for the Millerville Fire Department. Later on Valley News Live at 6, a family-friendly event that helps get the whole family outside.
And temperatures in the teens for us in Fargo with a bit of a south wind at 8 to 10 miles per hour or so. For our friends in our northern neighborhoods, falling into the middle teens with the winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour. So definitely wind chilly out there, but we're expecting that heavy snow for the weekend. We'll break down the latest for you next.